Hello again, Gooners. Some good news. Finally, we've managed to win a game. So I thought I'd pop back on your screens. I mean, I might not be able to say it, but I know what I want to say, but it's not popping out. I'll tell you what. Should we have a little look around the fanzines? Perhaps not, but we should. I'm not going to even say the name of that, but it's a good one. It's a particularly good episode. It's a very good edition because it's got an Andre Arshavin section, and you know how much I like Andre Arshavin. I love London, and it's got him walking around London. I won't spoil it all for you, but he says something like he's talking about his wife, and he says, "I love London, and so does Mrs. Arshavin. In fact, she was so miserable last season when we went back to Russia for 6 months. Then she put foot down, told me no way we're going to leave London again. Especially no one going to pay me as much as Mr. Wenger. Let me show you my favorite places." And of course he does proceed to do that. So you might want to have a look at that. It's really good. And of course my favourite magazine, no bias, of course, is The Gooner. New edition of that. And I really like the letters page on this, as poor old Steve gets it. I've got the feeling this guy who's written this knows Steve Ashford. He put, "Oi, spy, you ancient 57-year-old has-been. You dare call me an idiot just because I happen to think Theo Walcott is okay and still improving year on year?" Again, I won't spoil it for you, but I mean, you get the idea. I'm one of those people that Steve has a go at because I like Theo Walcott as a player, as a person as well, although I've never met him. I think he's a well-balanced individual, and as a footballer, he offers a lot of pace. And when he came on as a sub today, he did make the difference. And who else made a difference? Well, Gervinho got himself injured. I would never wish injury on a player, but Gervinho has been incredibly frustrating lately, even though Arsene Wenger's convinced that he is a striker. I'm still unconvinced, despite him being the top goal scorer with three this season, and trois, as Arsene might say. Of course, 4 is a new 1, so 3 must be above 4, right? So what does that make it? Anyway, I'm getting confused now. But anyway, we are 4th in the league thanks to that victory over QPR. Hard-fought victory. It wasn't the most convincing by a long stretch. I wasn't overly impressed with our performance. Manoni did pretty well when called upon. Can't complain about him. Sagna, a great comeback game for him, as the same goes for Jack Wilshere. Both players out for a very long time. Jack obviously out for much longer. Both put in excellent performances. Mertesacker, very solid. Vermaelen, pretty solid as well. Santos, not as solid. I'm a big fan of Santos. I think he gets too much stick. He's going to improve game by game, hopefully, but he has got fitness issues. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind about that, and that needs to be resolved one way or the other. But perhaps the only way to resolve it is actually play the guy. So he's played 90 minutes, and that's going to do him the world of good. So looking at the midfield, Rambo on the right. A lot of people say he shouldn't be playing on the right, and some people say he shouldn't be playing at all. But he was involved in the goal, and he would be credited with an assist, even though it was Andre Arshavin's cross that really created it. In my opinion, he came on, of course, Andre as a sub, the little meerkat. And Giroud up front, it brings him to mind because obviously Arteta got the goal, but Giroud was the one causing all the problems, heading towards goal. It was a good save from the QPR keeper, who had an excellent game, but he couldn't keep out the rebound, and Arteta obviously put in the rebound in after it deflected off the crossbar. But the thing is, Rambo did put in a reasonable shift. A couple of stray passes had a few people wondering what the hell was going on with him, me included. But aside from that, his work rate was excellent, and I'm very loath to criticise Rambo at the moment. I think he's not playing at his best, but he he still did well, and obviously well enough not to get hauled off the pitch. So yeah, who else? I mean, Santi Cazorla wasn't at his best, but still did enough. Arteta, same goes for him. I didn't think he played particularly well by his standards, but still, obviously contributing the winning goal. So you can't complain about that, can you? So yeah, Podolski started off on fire, but I think he is carrying an injury, which is why he gets subbed all the time. And Giroud up front, pretty quiet, but he started getting into the game more when Theo came on. There was a lot more movement on the pitch. Without Theo Walcott, there's just not enough movement up front. That's what I fear. So I'm glad Theo's back, and long may he continue playing up front. And even Andre Arshavin was making a big difference. He's a class act, and again, I really hope that Arsene Wenger really considers giving him a run in the team. Let's hope he will. And Santos, as I said, we're missing Gibbs big time. I'm not going to deny it, but Santos is a very good player, and when he's moving forward, I don't think you can get much better than that. So that's all I've got for you this time. It's a quick one, but good news, of course. I didn't want to miss it. Didn't want to miss telling you that we actually won a game. Until the next time, up the Gooners.